That thing.
You're good, buddy.
I'm good.
Nope. Well, we're live on Facebook,
We're live on
and we're on here. Go. Tell me something.
Welcome to the Hands On Podcast. The Petri dish is back. Patient Zero decided to grace us with his presence this week. You know, we had a really good podcast last week. It ran smoothly. Dan got really excited about millennials.
I did.
Yeah.
Leave millennials alone. What do they ever do to you?
That's not how it sounds.
You got to turn the volume off.
I'm working on it. Fucking every episode, turn the volume off. I got it.
Pull that away from your mouth, please, if you're going to cough.
What?
There are people driving in their car right now, and they're like, dude, the old man's coughing right into the mic.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
So, there hasn't been much going on in the UFC in the last week or two.
Sure there has.
Like what?
Like fucking St. Pierre ain't fighting until fucking September.
No, well, that's not a bad thing. Who cares?
Why ain't it a bad thing?
Why is it not a bad thing?
Because then you hold up another fucking division.
Because I'll be then by that time.
You'll be ready to fight him?
No, but by that time I will be tied for the most fights in UFC history.
Mm-hmm. With who?
Bisping, Tito, and Hughes. And
why, you got a fight schedule?
In the works. Got a fight in the works. Nothing scheduled. Haven't signed on any dotted lines. Have a prospective opponent. But no card yet, no date. There were a couple options. But, yeah, so it'll be easier for me to overtake him if he gets sat on the bench for a bit. Yeah. Holding out for...
Who, Bisping?
Holding out for St. Pierre.
Well, you don't have to worry about him. He's retiring after his next fight anyway.
Okay. You hear that, Michael?
Yeah, I hear that. We're going to retire when he fucking
hey,
shit me. Because he wants nothing to do with fucking Yo or Jacare or anybody else.
Yeah, but he's a pirate. He's only got one eye.
Well, that's why he'll retire, too. He should retire.
So, yeah, it's just been hearsay and chit-chat and guys calling each other out and saying, I didn't get an offer, but you did get an offer, and blah, blah, blah.
Same old crybaby shit.
Same old crybaby shit is right. Twitter beefs, which is probably that's like top. I can't say it's the most annoying thing about fighting, but it's got to be top three that fighters choose a source of media where you can only use.
Hey, why'd you turn me down, dude?
140 characters to fight with each other.
Don't you talk to me like that. I'm the tech guy and I'll do whatever I want. Because you keep coughing like an asshole, I got to turn you down.
Yeah, turn them off.
Fine.
Yeah, the fact that there's actually like Twitter beefs.
Well, sure. Then your boy Khabib getting a title shot in September. I can't fight till September, but I want an immediate title shot.
He better not get an immediate. He better not get a shot. He just pull out.
Sure he will. Guaranteed he will.
You heard it here first.
Yep. You heard it here first.
Now, we've talked about this a couple of times. I know there's guys saying that they didn't get the contract. The other guy got the contract. At the UFC level, do you think that there's a competitor out there who's afraid to fight another competitor?
Yeah, sure.
You do.
Lots of.
It's not that they're.
I don't think
it's not they're afraid. Yeah, it's not that they're afraid.
They're afraid of losing.
It's that they are. They're just tentative about the fight. They're worried about the fight. There are a lot of guys out there that want to pick fights and want to pick styles, and they go by that, and there are other fighters that don't.
Really? Don't you wish you could have picked Dan? So you could have said, fuck, I ain't fighting Sonnen, I ain't fighting Bisping. Fuck all them douchebags.
Yeah, but I could have been like, no. I could have turned those fights down.
Well,
What do you mean?
no, but why would you?
It's not like it didn't have a choice.
Well, it was
but
an
why would you?
opportunity for him.
I know.
Like, they could have said, well, I don't want to fight
Well, it's
Dan
an
Miller.
opportunity for these guys,
He's too dangerous and he's ranked below me. Why would I want to fight him?
That's just
Like,
stupid.
that's
fight
what
a
guys-
newbie? So Ferguson fights a newbie and Khabib fights a newbie?
Well,
Because, I don't want to fight anybody below me, but let me fight somebody that they just bring in for me to fight. So I guarantee I get a win.
there's no guarantees.
Because I'm a pussy.
There's no guarantees.
Well,
But again, they're still not afraid of the fight. They're afraid of the
no,
consequences.
it used to be like the good old days.
And what's that?
Look at you. You fought your first fight with
The
number
good old
eight,
days, like
number 8 guy in
5
the
years
world,
ago?
right? You come in and they give you the number 8 guy in the world. Who do they give Frankie Edgar? Who do they give poor friggin' Joe Lozon? Oh, go fight Jens Pulver. Here you go. Here's a guy for you. Not, let me fight him so I make sure I win.
I think that's a good point. I remember when he fought Pulver. He was brought in to lose.
Yeah.
That
You bring him in.
that was
Okay,
crazy.
here you go. Here's your big opportunity, kid. Fight this guy.
And he sees the day. Carpe diem.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
Well, none of these guys will seize the day
The
now.
problem is you're looking at it from the other side.
Yeah.
Is you're talking about Khabib, but you talk about Jens.
Yeah.
They brought Joe to lose to Jens Pulver.
Yeah.
So, what do you mean the good old days of? They're doing that right now.
Yeah.
They're bringing in a new guy to fucking fight Khabib.
Same-
A new guy. It's the same
Same
thing.
shit, new day, Dad.
Yeah, it's the same thing. You're just not stuck on the new guy coming in, like Joe Lozon.
Yeah.
I wasn't stuck on Joe Lozon.
But now you are.
Yeah.
That's my point. Is it's the same shit. There's no good old days.
Yeah.
It's the same stuff going on.
Oh, don't. He's getting heated. I see a millennial.
He's making a lot more sense tonight than he did with the
Yeah,
millennial
yeah,
bullshit, though.
Yeah. Actually, the text you sent that's exactly what I said.
Yeah, that's why I sent it.
Yeah. So.
I'm willing to support your arguments,
Yeah.
even if I don't agree with them.
Yeah.
That's
He's
an
got an
important
open
part
mind.
of being, a
Got an
good
open mind.
moderator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Genius.
Good for you.
So we do have some Bellator fights coming
Yeah.
up, though.
We're not watching the Bellator fights. We're watching us talk on the.
The old man is tiny in there.
He's.
Doesn't he look like?
I'll get him
Look
back.
at the old man.
Yeah.
I look.
Well, that's because you guys sitting up on fucking
out.
stools.
I'm not sitting out. I'm sitting on my feet.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep my shirt down. Got my sweet whiskey bent barbecue shirt on. Pretty sweet. So tonight there's Bellator fights. King Mo against Rampage. This is a. Is this fight is at heavyweight?
Holy fucking Martian head.
This fight is a heavyweight, correct?
Correct.
Did you see Rampage is huge?
265, yeah.
I don't think he weighed in at 265.
258. That's what he weighed in at.
Okay, so why'd you say 265?
No.
Because that's what it says right
I
there.
know.
That's what it says,
I know that's
but
what
he
it
weighed in
says.
at 258.
But yeah, he's put on some beef.
I don't know whether it's
So.
beef. He put on something.
Yeah. And you were giving him, and by giving me shit, you were giving him shit, saying that he was Rampage because he didn't want to go out on a skywalk.
Well,
Yes.
he's afraid of heights.
Because
And then you're not afraid of heights.
I'm not afraid of heights.
Your ass.
I'm not afraid of heights.
Okay.
I'm not.
All
Let's
right.
go.
Let's go.
Do it. I'm not. You're talking about when I was a kid, like a young teenager, trying to hoist up
You weren't a
friggin'
fucking
rafters.
young teenager. Who the hell are you kidding?
Yeah.
It was friggin' before you shot yourself in the hand when you fought friggin' Lagoria.
Yeah.
You were
There
hanging
were-
on
there
your
were-
chin.
there were
On
times-
Botz's
yeah.
house,
No.
hanging on the fascia
No.
by your chin.
I was not. Listen, if you were blessed with a tool like this, there are two things.
Use
There are
it.
two things that this thing is good for:
What?
hanging on to fascia
Yeah.
and bear hugging people. I used it well for both of those things. Teach the kids at wrestling: dig your chin in the middle of their chest, make them cry.
Yeah.
I just blessed with a strong jaw.
Who's gonna win?
I don't know. Not sure who's going to win this one.
There's only one way to make sure that we're right. I'm saying King Mo wins decisively.
So Rampage is going to
It's
win.
going to be a Rampage
Yep.
fight. I don't think Rampage, as out of shape as he looked, I don't think he's going to have the stamina.
No.
I don't think he's going to catch him because
Oh, he can catch him.
Lawal's, his defense is good enough. And I think after the first, Rampage is going to be gassed. And I think Lawal's going to knock him out late in the second.
All right.
So
So
here we
Rampage
go.
in the
Rampage in the
first.
first
Power
15.
bomb.
Rampage
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
slam.
That'll be great.
In the co-main, our buddy Loro, Marcus Galvao, is fighting again. He pisses me off.
Who?
Loro. Like, I really like the dude. Awesome. One of the most, nice, genuine guys I've ever met. That there's that language barrier, didn't speak a lick of English when we trained with him. But, positionally, he beat me worse than anybody has ever, that I've ever trained with. He was just such a pain in the ass. I've trained with world champions, multiple world champions, and done better than I did against him. He's smaller than me.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem.
He
Smaller than
he just has
Yeah.
fantastic jiu-jitsu.
That too. Fantastic jiu-jitsu and smaller than me.
Yeah.
And I developed my game going against the beef and mostly bigger guys. So
In 18 wins, he only has one submission.
yeah, it's that knee bar, which was sexy as hell. But yeah, he's a really good dude. A couple other fights on the card. Not exactly. No names popped out. Oh, Karatanov. Look at that. That pops out.
Yeah.
Was always a fan of Karatanov. And there's a part of me that's going to feel bad saying this, but probably my favorite thing about him is when Fedor's brother knocked him out. When what the heck is his name?
Alexei?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't
No.
sound right. Alexis? Nope.
I'm drawing a blank.
Something with an A, though.
It's a strong beer that Mo gave me. Shit. Yeah, no,
Alexo.
he got hit with the beautiful
Can't spell his
straight.
last name either, so that doesn't
And
help.
Alexander.
Alexander.
Damn it.
I wasn't close.
I knew it was that. Something like that. Yeah, got hit with a beautiful straight that put him out. Fainted, and then sat down.
Didn't Chase Gromley fought in the UFC? Too.
Yeah.
Didn't he?
I don't know. I don't pay enough attention. So they got Bellator's got another fight coming up next weekend. All right. The UFC's
Lost it.
what is going on here?
I don't know.
Did you hit the gain on the?
No, he didn't.
I don't think I touched anything.
We're still recording though, right?
We sure are.
And what about the
And
switcher?
Switcher's still on,
Okay.
and we're still showing volume. So
All right.
just carry on, and I'll try to figure it out.
So,
Wow. There it is.
so Pat keeps screwing things up right
Keep sitting on something.
now.
Look, what's that?
So we got fights coming up.
Soft now.
Cormier
Lost it again.
and all right, just talk about something else.
All right.
Cormier and Rumble are fighting.
Right.
That's I don't know. I genuinely like Rumble.
Yeah. I'm a big fan.
I want Rumble to win. I don't know
Yeah.
whether he will.
He's a good dude. Very respectful, very, very humble guy. Yeah, I don't know. As much as he missed weight multiple times early in his career, and that
Well, holy
aggravates
shit.
me.
Why the hell wouldn't that aggravate you?
But
You got a 6'4" guy trying to make 170 pounds.
it doesn't matter. There are 6'2" guys that fight at 155.
Yeah, but not big like him.
What does it matter? You used height as the defining factor.
Because he's a
You're talking about
huge
2 inches.
6'4".
Well,
beaner.
how is he huge? Oh, well, he's a wide man.
Yeah,
He's wide. He's broad in the shoulder.
right.
Narrow at
Sort
the
of
hip.
like me. Not like you, skinny little cracker ass.
What?
That's racist.
It is. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, no, it's off.
Yeah, it's off. We're good though.
I don't hear nothing.
Good.
Douchebag.
There's only so much I could do with
Yeah.
this technical thing.
Motherfucker.
So yeah, so there are a couple good fights coming up. When the UFC's they're overseas for quite a couple weeks. You know, they got a lot of big shows going on out overseas and building up for International Fight Week. So we should probably get into the real reason that people showed up here, and that's for me to give you guys your Russian names because you fell in love with the AK-47. Yeah.
I wouldn't say I fell in love with
You
it.
fell in love with it.
I liked it.
Yeah, you did like it.
It
didn't
felt nice.
It
in
was
my
a gun and
hands.
it shot bullets.
Yes.
What's there not to like?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
But if somebody took care of his ARs, we would have been able to shoot
Listen.
those too.
Listen, it wasn't. It's not that I don't take care of them.
Oh, really? When was the last time you greased them, you said? The time they oiled them, sorry? Last time you oiled
That
them?
was the. I
wait.
lightly.
When I put it together.
I lightly oiled.
4 years ago.
I lightly. I never shot the fucking the 223 Wild. I had never shot it. I lightly oiled it when I put it together, and it was a whim. Like I was like, I kind of want to bring that one. And Pat's like, so why aren't you bringing it?
Yeah.
Like,
'Cause I like shooting guns.
so it was like, okay, well, we'll see how she functions. And yeah, she didn't function well.
Yeah.
And now
Not at one point did I say that this gun is way better. So you can't sit there and
oh
be
no,
like,
you loved it. You fell. I saw it.
I shot it because it was shooting. The other ones were not
In that
shooting.
respect, it was way better, but I don't know if it was a fair comparison.
Yeah.
It did. No, it did. It shot really nice.
Yeah. And then the Grendel. Yeah, I don't know why that one, because that one was that like the last time I shot that one, I lubed it up as well. But yeah, so both the ARs that we brought were improperly lubricated and malfunctioning. I ran back to the house, grabbed some lube, sprayed them down, and the Grendel started to function. The 223, it wouldn't chamber around. It started ejecting, but it wouldn't chamber around. So like I said, that was the first time that I'd shot it. So I didn't get to function test them today. Unfortunately, I didn't have the opportunity, but I ripped them apart last night. And the gas blocks, amazingly enough, the gas block on the Grendel was canted even more than the one on the Wild. So it was they were kind of functioning like they were undergassed, and that could have very well been it. Like you could see where the like I'm forgetting the word, where it was just barked up.
Yeah.
Because the gas block hole is a little bit bigger than the hole coming out of the barrel. But we shot those three.
And but do you think that's a case against the gas block because it's more finicky? So if you're willing to clean your rifle, why don't you just shoot it?
AK tactically has one too.
Well, I understand that, but so on the AR platform specifically, do you think that is a case
Well, there's
against
really,
the gas block, or is it just important to maintain your firearms?
It's both, buddy. It's both.
I'm just asking as
no,
a
like
mediator.
because you're either gonna have to have like a blowback style semi-automatic or a gas block.
Mhm.
Like, So a pistol, or a semi-automatic pistol, the recoil is driving the slide back, and that is, the action sliding back is chambering the next round. Where the AR and the AK, the gas is leaving the barrel and it goes up the gas block back into when the AK drives the piston back. But in the direct impingement system, the gas comes back and drives the bolt back, and that's what cycles it. So
Which
you
should
kind of need
allow
one or
it to
the
run
other.
cleaner and a little bit cooler.
What's that? With the piston?
Yes,
Yes. Pistons are nice.
when they work.
No, those didn't have pistons on them.
I thought you said they did.
No, both of those were direct impingement.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, there goes my argument.
Yeah. No, the piston, the AK is a piston-driven system, and the M4 that we didn't bring, that we have shot before, and it ran spectacularly.
It did run spectacularly.
Is a Adams Arms piston-driven system.
Huh. Okay.
Because the way the piston works is that since you're not having that fouling, that's the word I was looking for, coming back into the chamber or the receiver, it's cleaner.
So I did a little bit of research because I bought that lower from Stag Arms,
Yes.
and I thought that Stag did not make a piston upper, but they do. And I think that might be the way to go, especially now that I know your other rifles failed.
Well, they would have failed if the piston was that dry. They probably would have failed too. So.
Remember, keep your piston lubed.
Yep. Keep it lubed up.
But not over lubed.
Not over lubed, like
You
I
don't
ended up
feel
doing
it.
because splashing in a puddle. No, when we shot the Marlin 4570, 44 mag, Glock a little bit, your 1022. It was a regular fun day.
It was a lot of guns.
You know what would have ruined it? The old man being there.
Yeah.
or
Well,
rain.
so it wasn't
Or rain.
ruined.
It
Because
wasn't
I
ruined.
didn't show up to outshoot your fucking sorry ass.
No.
With those sights, you weren't out shooting us at all.
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah.
The Marlin was a cool gun.
Yes, yeah, it's a cool one. That's one of those ones that's been on my wish list for a long time. And then when I went into the gun store and he had it, I had to pull the trigger. So that was a whim.
And the 44 Magnum is a man gun to shoot. You have to hold on to it.
Only if you're Yogi or Yogi Jr.,
Yeah.
you can shoot it one-handed
Jim shot it one-handed.
Yeah.
Being a show-off.
once.
Once.
Yep.
I actually controlled it better when I was shooting it one-handed because I was shooting slower.
I shot it two hands and I held on to it like I was holding on to the edge of a building for my life. I wouldn't mind getting whacked in the face with it, but I could not have dealt with the jeers of getting whacked in the face with it.
Yeah.
So.
Did you see Matt Stevens' comment there?
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
It does.
It does see that. Yes.
It does comment. Matt did comment.
It reads the commenter and gets the hose again.
Yeah. Would you like to read it?
You can read it. I can't really read it totally.
It seems that DI guns have a tighter MOA over piston guns. Plus, it seems piston guns don't like steel cases on the ammo.
Well, that's got to be just for the ARs because a majority of Russian ammunition is steel casing. The 7.62 by 39.
He's probably talking about ARs.
Probably talking about AR.
We were talking about
Yeah.
ARs.
Yeah.
I'd like to know what MOA is
Minute of
for
angle.
the listeners. I honestly know what it is.
MOA is middle of angle. So basically, 1 minute of angle is an inch at 100 yards. So then, like at 200 yards, 2 inches. 600 yards, 6 inches. So what you want is it to be smaller and be shooting like a sub minute of angle, which a lot of guns can shoot now. pretty awesome. Shoot more accurately than most shooters can.
And yeah, Matt did confirm he was talking about 5.56 ammo. I think that's a big point too. Like, I don't know, man. You watch the TV shows, and I feel like you could just pick up a gun and be accurate, but that's not really the case.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's changing. It has changed rather recently too, like styles and stuff like that, particularly with like the handguns. But then even the rifles, the way that you're kind of told to shoot them now. Like I was telling you, that style of grabbing the gun and grabbing the magazine like an AR. You know, hand on the pistol grip, hand on the magazine. You're not controlling the muzzle. You know, so reaching out as far as you can reach out and like driving that gun to the target is kind of the way that you're supposed to shoot, and you shoot pistols the same way, and it feels really weird to grab a semi-automatic pistol and basically have your thumb, your offhand, sport hand thumb like on the slide and driving it towards the end of the gun. But you're more accurate, that way, particularly under duress. So it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, Kev actually commented, I noticed that you shifted your lead hand forward after the first shot in that video, and that's exactly why we talked about it. And the closer your hands are together, kind of the harder it is to control that barrel. So sliding it forward made it, it didn't make me any more accurate, but it seemed to make it a little more easier to control.
Yeah, so your Russian name is going to be Dmitry, Pat.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Like that, actually.
Yeah. And I think Dan's is going to be, let me think for a second here. I can't remember any girl names in Russian. Took 5 years of Russian, 8th grade to 12th grade.
I'll take Oksana.
There you go.
There you go.
Oksana Befuel.
Yeah.
Let's
get it straight too. I never said that the.
If we call you Oksana, Kev is going to try to hump your leg next time he sees
probably.
you.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah. I was going to say because he was tripping balls last time, but he's pretty much always tripping balls. But yeah, we had a good time. The rubber dummy target is probably like one of the coolest investments that I've made. Don't you agree, Pat?
I agree 100%. Yeah. The only problem is that I can't fucking see anymore. So
yeah.
I shoot him, and
well, he's not for that. He's just for shooting because he's a humanoid target.
Well, no, and that's fantastic. But I like shooting him really close up,
yeah.
and then I like shooting him in like spots that are fun to see, like his eyes.
Yeah,
and because that looks cool. I try to shoot him in the eyes and the nipples actually a lot, which is probably weird. But and the belly button.
The belly button.
Yeah, I wanted the features to stand out.
Yeah.
Dan shot him in the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the best. He's awesome. And he did not heal super well from the 44 Magnums.
No, because those are hollow points, and you're not supposed to use hollow points on it.
Yeah, he's got a couple holes in him now.
Yeah.
He was not pumped about that.
Yeah.
I think he didn't use a Grizzload, huh?
I don't know if they would go. Well, they might go off on it.
It would have
go
to.
off
There's
on a
lot
Grizzly.
of pressure there.
Why the hell wouldn't it go off on that?
Well, it's not going off on the flesh of the grizzly. It's going off on the bone of the grizzly.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe you're trying to shoot them in the head when they're charging you.
I think you need
Shoot
to
'em
go.
For those of you that don't know what a grizzload
yeah,
is.
you got to go into the grizzload.
A grizzload is when you take a bullet, usually either a hollow point or then you can. I shouldn't really be talking about this.
Didn't happen in New Jersey.
It didn't happen in New Jersey, and this is just hearsay.
Why?
From
He's dead.
From what I hear. No.
What are they going to do? Arrest your fucking grandfather?
But you're not supposed to. Whatever. So our grandfather used to make grizzloads, basically taking a couple grains of black powder. You put them in the hollow point of the bullet, and put in a
Put a
percussion
primer in
cap.
there.
209
Yeah.
primer.
I think he used to use 11s on there too, number 11s sometimes, because you just want a little pop to ignite the black powder in there. So then it gives an extra pop. So our grandfather lived in Montana, Bozeman, since like what 1980 until the time he passed away, and in defense of grizzly bears, obviously. So yeah, so I don't know if a grizzly would work, would go, and explode on one of those things.
I just don't want to lose him. Like
What?
I would shoot him with a grizzload, our target guy.
Yeah, and you'd have to heal him.
Yeah. So and I don't know
Have
if
to
we
sew
could
his
with
head back
a,
on.
with a torch or what.
Probably just melt it back on.
I think
Or
we
just
should
order
get
a
him-
3-pack.
Yeah. We get him a
And
buddy.
then we could
and
then we could do like a scenarios.
That would be nice.
It
yeah.
would be nice. We need a little more room though, because the range that we shoot at my neighbor's property, it's kind of narrow. I'd like to be like have different lanes,
That would be nice.
Yeah,
To try to shoot all three of them as quick as possible.
yeah, it would be fun. Somebody get hurt.
If I take one thing away from shooting though, and we've done it a couple times now, is that I'm not as good as I think, and that if you built an AR and then you put really nice parts on it and you let it sit in your gun safe and you did not shoot it and then you took it out, it would probably jam on you and you probably wouldn't shoot what you were aiming at anyway. Right?
Well, we just
That's
took
a
it out.
very good
I know. I'm
We
not.
just
No,
took it
I'm
out
not.
to
I'm not
shoot it,
taking a
Pat.
knock against you. You have.
We just took it out to shoot it. That was
You're a man with
should-
several
yes,
guns.
Yes, I
and-
should have. That gun should be sighted in at, and accurate to a couple hundred yards. Yes. Fuck you.
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not attacking you, Jim. I'm just
fucking
saying.
pointing
I'm
out
making
all the
an
fucking- He's
pointing out
observation for
is
myself of things that I don't want to
You
do. Mistakes I don't want to make.
Don't-
Fuck you, Pat. see if you ever get invited to come. You know what? The old man and I are going shooting.
Have fun with that.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to friggin' splint his arm.
Yeah. Okay.
Gonna break it.
Okay.
We need to shoot more though, because it's not
We do.
easy.
I really want the old man to shoot.
The 45-70.
No. I got 3.5-inch dangerous game slugs for the 12 gauge. They're basically made for charging grizzly bears and buffalo and stuff like that, and I want you to shoot one.
All right. No fucking
All right.
problem.
If you shoot one of those and your shoulder stays intact, you have to shoot on your left side.
No.
No.
I'm not left-handed, so why would I shoot on my left side?
I will put it in the middle of my chest and shoot it.
Yeah.
I will be the cameraman for that. However it goes down, I'm available.
I saw those and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna order them.
Have you shot one?
No, I haven't yet.
So it might not be that bad.
It probably will be. Probably will be. Those are like a 3-inch 12 gauge slug is pretty nasty. Shooting the 460 out of the Encore with the walnut stock sucks. Shooting like a couple times with that sucks, but with the nicer stocks that have the dampening and bigger butt pad are a little bit easier. But
So at the end of the day, though, if you had a group of individuals in the field coming to your house, what gun do you grab? The answer is the M4 if you're having a hard time.
well, how far out are they?
It doesn't matter. They're scattered. There's a group of them. They're not
There's-
all standing in a line. They're attacking
They're attacking.
with spears.
With spears.
Yeah.
Spear. Drool coming out of their face.
I don't know. No, he's talking about.
No, zombies don't carry
Yeah,
weapons. Come
yeah,
on, man.
yeah.
You're being ridiculous.
Yeah, don't be crazy. Yeah, I don't. Probably the M4. Probably, you know what? Probably my Remington 700, 270 because that one is actually sighted in, like, well.
To hit things.
Yeah, to hit things. Even though the dad couldn't shoot the tannerite with it.
He got it eventually.
Eventually.
Yeah.
3, 2.
Okay, because it's sighted in for me.
It doesn't matter, Dad.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
The relief isn't there. I couldn't fucking see. All I saw was a fucking blur of a fucking scope.
I really, well,
Bro,
the I really
so I
doesn't
couldn't
have
even see
anything
the
to do with
fucking
it.
crosshairs. So yeah, okay.
Well, that's not. That's
just
not.
have to
That's
move
not,
your head.
That's not. Yeah, it's not that it's not
You ain't
sighted
move your
in.
fucking head.
You
It's not
can't.
that it's not sighted in.
I saw
Does
you
he
move
wear
it.
readers? No. So how the fuck can I see in his scope?
If the gun
His
is
scope
sighted
is a
in,
fucking blur. All I had was a fucking tube of blur, and it's
If
like,
the gun-
shoot the tannerite.
if the gun
Fuck
is
yeah,
sighted
and shoot
in,
your ass.
the gun is sighted in. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
The
No,
fuck
no,
it doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
The fuck it does.
Matt
Here,
wants
put them
to,
on. Go ahead. Go. Stick them on and
Take 'em
look
off.
at something. Go ahead. Well, I need these for close shit. I need
It's
these
not close,
in
it
order
was like 50
no, to
yards
see
away.
a scope. I need this fucking thing.
You don't need to see the scope. You need to see through the scope.
Well, yeah, okay.
maybe that's the problem.
you
You're
do
looking at the
understand
this
outside.
on.
You do understand that on the
well,
the
if you
front,
if I turn the relief on it
the
and
front
it had
telescope-
been in for my eyes, yeah, I could have seen it,
well,
and I should have. But
And you
you were
should've.
like, here, start shooting.
you basically just said that you should have done the right thing and you
Right.
decided not to.
Oh, I didn't want to fuck with your gun.
Fucking with my gun.
Yeah,
You wouldn't have
because
been
it was
fucking with my
sighted
gun.
in for you. Then
not
okay, now
sighted
I
in
got to
for me.
re-sight it in.
No, it's not resighting it in, Dad. You weren't taking clicks off or anything on the scope.
All
You were adjusting. You were adjusting
the
the
relief. Yeah.
diopter or whatever the hell
Yeah.
it's called.
The diopter. I hope that's not a real word.
I hope it's not either.
Okay. Well, whatever.
Yeah. Crazy son of a bitch. Just go over to the sex chair. Go over there.
Let's go for sex.
Matt's asking Dan what his perfect trigger pull is.
No, I can read it. It says, since I'm a trigger snob.
Yes.
How am I a trigger snob?
I labeled you that on Instagram.
Oh, nice. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I'm not a trigger snob. Yeah, he's fucking. What mine? My trigger pull is 3.5.
Single
It's not mine.
stage or two,
Single stage.
and it's a Timony, right?
Yes.
Does that maybe make you a trigger snob?
It does not make me a trigger snob, but that's just what I bought
Yeah.
for it.
You just appreciate nice
I,
things,
I appreciate the Timney trigger.
which happens to be a nice high-end trigger.
It does happen to be a nice high-end trigger. That makes me a trigger snob for
It
buying
does.
a nice.
It does.
What
I'm
do you
just
have in
saying I
yours?
could make a case.
I've got 2 Timneys, yeah.
Okay.
And
How
I've got
am I a
build spec
trigger snob and I have 1 and you have 2?
because I have
Okay.
3 ARs.
I also had 3 hours.
I'm planning
and
on
I only
getting
had 1.
So
So the
a
Miller
Timney-
brothers are trigger snobs.
No,
kinda, sorta.
just appreciate a good trigger,
Son
a
of
well-made trigger.
bitch.
So the answer is 3.5. How come?
Well-
How come you don't go with the 2-stage?
Because I couldn't afford it, and it was single stage is better for home defense anyway. I'm not shooting long distances and stuff, so that's what I bought it for. I didn't buy it for to be a long distance shooter. It was just a shooter. So to answer your question,
To answer your question
Question answered.
of shooters and shooters.
Why is a single stage better for home defense?
Well, do you know what a 2-stage trigger
Yeah.
is?
Yes, I do know what a 2-stage
What is a
trigger
2-stage
is.
trigger?
Well, the one that I was looking at started at 2 and then went to 3.5, so it's adding more weight as you pull it. In stages. Two of them.
Stages.
I don't think it's a tough concept. Let me know if I'm wrong.
So the trigger has kind of a set. So you pull the trigger and it
Clicks.
yeah.
Then
Then
it'll fire.
So it's kind of similar to like you've never shot a Hawken or anything like that. Like the old muzzle loaders, you had two triggers. The one is to set it. The other one is just the main trigger. So you could pull the main trigger, and there's a lot of travel, and they're a little bit sloppy. Or you pull the rear trigger, and it sets it, and then it breaks like glass. So a two-stage trigger is more for like target style shooting, and less for ripping rounds into some doped up freaking hobo that's coming into your home.
Or a self-healing dummy, for that matter.
Or a self-healing dummy that's trying to eat your children in the middle of the night.
Kev's backing us up with the fact that Dan is a trigger snob. And he said that in a past episode, when asked the first thing he would customize, Dan said trigger. Fact.
Boom.
That is a fact.
Fact.
But
Thank you,
doesn't
Kev.
mean I'm
That's
a
the
trigger
fact, Jack.
snob.
Yeah.
There are way more expensive triggers than a Timney trigger.
There are. There are a couple. Yeah.
And so I bought a middle of the road, very nice trigger.
I wouldn't say it's middle of the road.
It's high end or
Yeah.
high to middle. But
Upper middle class.
there are very nice triggers out there
Yes.
that are way more expensive
Yes.
than that.
Yeah.
And so
And if yes.
yeah,
I'm surprised you didn't.
facts.
Science has proved that Dan is not a trigger snob.
No, he's kind of a trigger snob.
Yeah.
He's a trigger snob and he's a canoe snob.
He's
I am a
definitely a
canoe
canoe
snob.
snob. There's no question about that.
I am a canoe snob.
Yeah.
I don't own a very nice canoe. I own a decent canoe, but I would love a Swift canoe.
A free one.
A free one with a giant hole in it that I
A
didn't have
fixed
time.
giant hole in it.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. And
Who
it
the hell
floats fantastic,
looks,
doesn't it?
Looks. Did the fish care what it looked like, Pat?
Nope.
Nope. Did your foot care what it looked like when I stabbed you in it?
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. I didn't even want to be there. Just saw the blood, and it was actually kind of nice. It was red because it made the blood blend in.
Just blended right in.
Helped me deal with
The
it
inside
better.
is tan.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Huh. That's not how
So
I
it
remember
blended
it.
right into
Yeah.
tan blood.
I was losing blood. I
He's
can't
like,
be
he's
responsible.
like the predator, but he's brown.
Yeah. I
you
took
only
that canoe.
losing blood because you were afraid of a fucking little fish.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna.
I wouldn't get
I'm
bit
not even
by
gonna
this
justify
loser.
that with a
I don't
comment.
want to get bit by
Says
this
the
pig.
loser of
He
the contest.
wiggled out.
Yeah,
I
we
was trying
kicked your
not to
ass.
hurt the fish.
We kicked your ass.
It wasn't about me. It was about
We
being a
kicked your
good
ass.
human
You
and not
fucking
hurting a
caught
fish.
a fucking catfish.
A giant
A
catfish.
giant catfish.
A giant.
Giant
It was like
catfish.
this fucking big.
It was not.
It was giant.
It was probably 17
It was 4.5
pounds.
fucking feet long.
Yeah.
It weighed 23 and a half
When
pounds.
they're used to catching sunnies, it was a big catfish.
It was a big catfish.
It was a big catfish. It
Yeah.
pulled the boat. That's a fact. The boat was moving fast. I was water skiing behind it.
Yeah.
So it was- we caught more fish than you.
Yeah, we
and
did.
the reason that
You didn't
the-
catch more fish than we
yes,
did.
more bigger fish too.
More
And
bigger
you
fish.
guys even like accepted defeat and you're like, oh god, we gotta go in.
yeah.
I'm gonna go back to the dock.
Well, that's because
And we went out and we caught even more fish.
Yeah.
And
We were
doubly
killing it.
won.
We were killing
And you
it.
know what sucks is when we have a fishing contest, Pat and I aren't gonna be in the same boat.
That makes it fair though, because I'm a great fisherman. I'm the best. I think Jim's a solid number 2, and then you two guys tie for last.
It's like
This is
the
this shit.
shooting contest.
yeah,
right?
they're the fucking these fishermen.
I'm
You
the
guys
best
can be in the
fisherman
same
here,
boat.
Easily.
I mean, we
It's
kind
not-
of should.
the-
We
the-
should
yeah, you
separate the
should.
teams.
You
We should
should.
separate the teams.
No, you should be in the same boat. I mean, the old man and I will still win. Be in a different boat. We'll take our canoe snob, or our canoe out. Canoe snob canoe out. You could take your bass cat that you got to paddle out. We'll see who wins.
It actually makes sense for us to be.
You guys only have what, one pole in the water? One pole will be in Pat's mouth, and the other one will be in the water. Dad and I will be fishing.
That was an
Not
awkward.
sure
Yeah.
what you're
He was trying to make it. He was
sir.
trying to make a joke, but it.
Well, actually, What?
What do you want to make a joke? What do you call a bear that's out in the rain?
Wet.
A drizzly bear.
That's really
That's a
bad.
joke, motherfucker.
That was a good one. That was awesome.
I think the reason that the boss and I should be split up because you two will each come with 5 or 6 fishing poles, where the boss and I show up with 1 each, and that way there's not too many fishing poles for the boat to handle. If you guys,
What
in
would
the
you
same
care
boat.
how many fishing poles Jim and I had?
I just
Wouldn't
don't
that
want,
be
I don't-
better for you two?
It would. I just don't want you
Okay.
getting them mixed up and
No,
tangled.
exactly,
And I want it
yeah.
to be relatively
Yeah.
fair.
Yeah.
Relatively.
See, we're talking about. I'm getting all fired up.
I wanna
watching,
fish-
I was
I wanna
watching
go
the
fishing right now.
Bassmasters
Yeah.
Classic. You know, pulling for our man Ike. Jay Lee got it. Freaking. He kicked ass that last day. You guys didn't even watch it.
I missed it.
Yeah.
He caught like a 26, 27 pound bag on the last day to win it. It's pretty spectacular. Young kid, 25 years old. Won the Bassmasters Classic.
That's the dream right there.
This is world champion. Pretty crazy. You know what? I think
Where
he
was it?
He would probably pick me to be the best fisherman. It was down in Texas, Houston, right outside of Houston. I forget what lake it was at. They actually saw something that was, they had to like have some, since it took about, I think it was like nearly an hour to get into the city, they were at the baseball field in Houston for the weigh-ins. They had to have like special transport for the fish. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Do they have to take them out of the boat, or do they keep them in those live wells the whole time?
I think they took them out of the live well, and they actually like put them in a special container, and they put like ice in there and shit too.
Huh.
To kind of slow them down a little bit.
Keep them alive?
Yeah. If you want to keep them alive.
Yeah, that's no
If they're
good. If they're
dead, you're screwed. But yeah, it's pretty crazy.
The only way to settle our debate is with a fish off.
It is, and we've been talking about
And
this
then
for
we'll
way
see.
too long.
No, it's got to happen.
Coughing into the microphone.
Sorry.
There will be a fish off.
We could all go out in separate boats and I could
Mhm.
just win outright.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have somebody to talk to, and I could be like, "Hey Jim, hold this fish for a second. I got another one on the line." That
How
would
could
be
you do
good,
that?
too.
How
Well,
can you do that? If you're in the process of weighing a fish,
Yeah.
you're not allowed to have another line in the water.
Says who?
Like
The rules?
the rules.
I didn't realize
Bro.
we had established rules, but I can weigh a
Bro.
fish in one hand and cast in the other. I only have one fishing pole. You cannot weigh a fish and cast at the same time?
No, you can't.
I don't know if I can operate within your rules.
And there also I wanna make, well, no, well, yeah, whatever. So we're gonna have a dodgeball tournament this summer at the gym. 3-on-3 dodgeball tournament.
What are the teams for that?
I am not going to be on your team.
I think that's an advantage because I've seen you catch.
What?
Yeah. You're not a great catcher.
Excuse me?
You're not great at catching things. Well, certain things you can
Michael
catch.
Petroselli's on 19.
Yeah, Jesus.
Jeez.
We're playing in the small room at the gym. And it's going to be a 3-on-3.
My shoulder hurts talking about that.
Yeah. I've already got my team picked out. I don't want to announce it yet. Not until the tournament is finalized. But yeah, pretty fired up about it. So if anybody out there is listening, they train at the gym. We're having a dodgeball tournament. So loosen up those arms. Do some jumping jacks, some windmills. Sometime this summer.
We're gonna get rid of the hippie rules that you can't hit anybody in the head.
Oh
though,
no,
correct?
yeah, no. Yeah, this is grown up
Yeah.
game.
Because those are rules I
What-
cannot operate under.
If there's no facials, it's just not fun.
No, I agree. It's the best part of it. The first year I coached Pee Wee wrestling, we had a dodgeball tournament at the end of the year, and a couple kids targeted me, and I just hit a kid perfect right in the face, like I aimed for, and they're like, "Sit down, coach." I was like, "What the fuck do you mean? I just nailed Billy right in the face." Hell yeah, I'm on top. And they're like, "No, you have to sit down if you hit somebody in the head." It's like, you kids, this is not how we play. This is wrestling, right? You do that in Girl
Seriously.
Scouts. Go sit down. You're out. And I did make him go sit down. I wasn't going to go sit down with something like that.
Fucking millennials.
I'm in as long as the rules are the rules.
No, there will be definitely there
And you took your ball and went home.
are no rules.
Oh, I won because I
Yeah.
made kids sit down. And then
Yeah.
if they hit me, I was like, "You hit me in the face. Go sit down." Let's dodge shit with my head.
Yeah, diving into it.
Yeah. We got to look out for Pagano, though. He's been playing a lot of dodgeball.
Yeah.
Pagano.
Yeah, but with the kids, and apparently he's a cheat.
Yeah, definitely he's a cheat.
Yeah.
He's if he's on here right now, I thought I saw him log in. He is a dodgeball cheater.
Yeah, he is. He is. Basically, they were saying that Fitz and Bobby and Frank were saying that from the waist up is his head, and from his waist down is the floor.
Yeah.
So he either gets hit in the head, or you miss him.
Has he called a headshot against children and made them
Yeah.
sit down?
Yeah.
That's unacceptable. Mike.
Yeah.
Damn.
It is.
Mike's got a big fight tomorrow, right, in North Carolina?
Yes. Yeah.
Nice. Pumped for that.
Yeah. It's looking pretty good. Lean. Ready to go. Yeah. What else you got, Patrick? You got anything?
I don't have anything too crazy. I'm excited
No.
about dodgeball, but
Dodgeball.
I'm
It's
not.
gonna be fun.
I'm not excited.
Stop kicking that thing.
No, it's not tight. I'm not excited
tight.
about trying to wipe my ass the day after dodgeball. though. So that's going to be difficult. Excited about beating you guys in
A fishing
a
tournament?
fishing tournament. That'll be easy. Because while you guys were wrestling, I was fishing. It's my bread and butter. You're gonna be destroyed and you're gonna be embarrassed, and I'm never gonna let you live it down. And after I win by like a landslide, I want you guys to admit it here in front of all of our listeners.
Yeah. All right.
It's gonna feel good.
All right.
I'm pumped. I'm excited to.
I'm pretty sure that the reigning Ike Foundation Bass Tournament champions are going to be reign supreme.
Joe Sancho's coming.
He might
gonna
be
be
our
awesome.
secret guest.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
He's like, no, he's just here to
He's
watch,
just- he's
guys.
here to watch.
He's just gonna film us from our boat.
So when is this tournament?
Sometime in the near future. We don't have any dates
The
picked out yet.
7th? April? Opening season of trout season?
Opening
day?
Opening season of trout
Open-
season? Yes.
Opening day of trout season.
Is
You
April
guys
7th?
aren't trout fishermen. I forgot.
That's not true.
Nope.
Who says that?
Me.
You? The guy that got into a fight with some lady at while trout fishing?
Well, that's because I caught a lot of fish.
Yep.
A lot of people who are listening think that you're talking about the rainbow variety. They don't
Yeah.
know that it's actually the trouser variety that you can wrangle.
she wanted those trousers.
Yeah, she wanted
the
that.
trouser trout.
What are you doing with all those trouser trousers?
Yeah. They're mine. You can't have any, lady. Love me some trouser trout.
Go pick your
You're
head of
hogging 'em all.
cabbage.
So we've got the turkey hunt coming up. Turkey season in New Jersey. It's a little bit I understand how it works in different states and the cycles of the birds are different and all that stuff. But I'm getting really freaking jealous that like turkey season's already opened up in certain states.
I would like to get out there.
You know. Here in Jersey, it is like the last week in April. So we've still got a decent amount of time to go. But we're going to be hunting somewhere around here. Got to figure out exactly where. With Gus Conjemi. Got it
Nailed
right there.
We were on his podcast a while back.
we were. He interviewed us on this couch. The week before that, I'm going out to take my belt from Dudley, the Knock On Turkey Challenge. I think that's what it's called. That's what I've been referring to it as. If that's not what it's called, I'm going to leg kick him and make him change the name. And then we gotta try to get some more turkey hunting in.
How are we preparing the turkey? Because I have never had the fortune to get a wild turkey or eat it, but I heard that they can be very tough to prepare.
I don't know how we're going to prepare it yet. We're going to figure it out when we get like 18 of them, because that's what we're going to do.
Trial and error.
Yeah.
We'll throw some on the Traeger.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll what's that? Deep fry a couple.
Deep fry.
Because that seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think.
It's a fire hazard, so
yeah.
you might as well do it.
Kill some wasps while we got it going.
Yeah. Speaking of the Traeger, I cooked that. Son of a bitch! I was gonna bring you the piece of the Reuben. I cooked a corned beef. I smoked it while we were shooting for a couple hours, and then threw it in the crock pot or the Dutch oven rather. Simmered it, and it was probably the best tasting corned beef I've ever had. By like pre-smoking it, and then doing the the boil or whatever and simmering it. It was awesome.
Fuck you. Seriously, that's kind of messed up. Like, you invite some of your buddies over to your house to shoot some
make
guns,
a dinner for
so
my
that's
family.
cool.
Yeah.
And then you have corned beef, something I love, on the Traeger. You tell me how wonderful it is. I don't get any of it. You don't bring any here.
Yep.
If you came to my house and I had meat smoking, you would leave with some meat in your mouth. That's a fact. Damn, I was meatless.
I would.
I was meatless, and it sucked.
I'm sorry, it just wasn't ready yet. You bailed. You bailed on me.
Dude, I had to get home.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Fucking baseball.
I really would like some, because I love corned beef, actually.
The thing is, though, is you sit here and you say, like, oh, I love Reubens, but can you hold the Russian dressing or the Thousand
I would
Island?
never say to hold the Russian. I would say slather that bitch in
Can you
Russian.
hold the
Swiss cheese?
Pour some
No
Russian
Swiss
in my
cheese.
mouth.
No sauerkraut. No Swiss cheese.
Provolone.
Put it on white bread.
No, it's got to be on rye. I
And
never
It's
said
not
that.
a Reuben.
Give me it's not a Reuben. It's a fucking corned beef.
Yeah, you're having a
sandwich.
corned beef sandwich. You're not having a Reuben.
Did you say no Swiss?
Yes, he said no cheese, no
No,
sauerkraut.
I said provolone.
We went out after
You had
hunting the one
provolone
day.
on that?
Nah, maybe it was Swiss. It's a white cheese. Megan makes them for me. It probably was
Can you
Swiss.
put white
but I
American
don't-
on there, please?
No, it was not American. But I don't like sauerkraut. I don't
How
like
the
it.
you know what? Mike Wyatt, the crazy little son of a bitch that he is, we're eating last night. And he's like, Dad, can I get some of this stringy stuff on my plate, like warm? Because the way I make Reubens is I just drain the sauerkraut, and then it gets heated up when I put it on the griddle, or usually I broil them. So like I heated some of it up. He's like, yeah, can I get some of the orange dip on there? So he ate a pile of sauerkraut with
Russian dressing.
Russian dressing on it.
He can eat like no human I know.
He's fucking wild.
Well, to your
he's wild.
cause though, they did make. Now they have a corned beef sandwich at the Wilderness, also in a Reuben. But they said, well, we'll just make one special for that clown that ordered a friggin'. Just give me corned beef.
Thing is, I never liked it. I never liked
The heart wants
sauerkraut.
what the heart wants.
But you know what? You like healthy things. Sauerkraut is fucking amazing for you.
It is. It just doesn't taste that amazing.
It tastes delicious.
I'm not. Maybe I need to get back into it.
You do.
Maybe I
You
need to
give
try
it
it
a shot.
again
Put it on
with
a
a
hot
more
dog.
open mind.
We're gonna make
For
some
the
sour.
health
We're
benefits.
gonna sour some kraut ourselves.
See, I can get into that.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten into kale. I can eat fucking kale by the truckful now. That's not delicious.
It's not delicious.
That's not delicious at
No,
all.
Dan's allergic to it.
Yep.
You can't be allergic to kale. Really?
It makes my throat burn.
Huh. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Then you wash down some sausage and you run it
Yeah.
clean.
Yeah.
Clean it out.
Clean the pipes.
It's easier
We
to
were-
explain. If you're at a restaurant, it's very easy to say, I would like a corned beef Reuben without sauerkraut.
Sans.
Because if I say I'd like a
Sauerkraut.
corned beef sandwich,
You're like, I
and
still can't. I still
heat that
can't
bitch up.
apologize to the Germans for World War II. So
Yeah.
no sauerkraut for me.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I would
Sauerkraut's
say
delicious.
I would say, can I have a warm corned beef sandwich and could you melt some cheese on it?
Yeah. Provolone, and then it's not a friggin' Reuben. Sorry. Just not a fucking Reuben.
Well, yeah, it's not a Reuben, but
a
I used to
corned
not
beef
like it
sandwich
either.
with
I used to
cheese
not
on it.
like sauerkraut either, and then there was like a switch went off, and it's like, oh my god, this stuff is the greatest. It's the greatest, like, garnish ever.
Maybe I haven't given it its due. I haven't eaten it in a long time,
Yeah.
so maybe it's better than I thought. But I'm still not changing my sandwich order for you. I'm not gonna change my sandwich order for anybody.
No, Kev. There is no April Fool's joke in the works for tonight. April Fools. uh, so yes, we got a turkey hunt. I'm getting the opportunity to go on a spring bear hunt. Pretty jazzed about.
Where's that?
Canada somewhere. Saskatchewan or someplace like that.
Will this be like the pig hunt where we don't get to eat any of it, or would you bring us back some bear sausages?
I'm gonna try to bring as much back as I can. Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Now that I reflect on this, you've been pretty stingy with your meat.
I am stingy with my meat.
Yeah, you got to fix that too.
Yeah.
It's very, very
I
selfish.
apologize. But apparently, bear doesn't taste like it does in New Jersey. So
I had a
We'll
New
see
York
how-
bear that was not that great. It was very gamey. I think
Yeah.
it was probably the way it was prepared.
yeah, how it's prepared and how it's taken care of after the kill is very important.
Greg's bear was delicious. Our buddies, Stan and Greg from A&W, when they came up for the shootout, Greg brought us some bear kielbasi that was fantastic.
Yes, it was spectacular.
Douche.
Well, he fixed it.
Fixed it.
Yeah, so things in the works.
I would also like to get into a little bit of bow fishing because
Yes.
I really like shooting the bow and I like fishing, and that might make it closer for you guys to keep up.
Sweet.
It's less about wrist and rod technique and more about just seeing
Wrist
fish.
and rod technique.
Yeah, that's where I would excel. A wrist and rod technique.
with those like toddler wrists you got
Supple,
there.
with my supple,
Yeah.
agile, not toddler
How'd you
wrists.
break a wrist landing a sunny? Because my wrists are as thick as a toddler's.
They're not as thick as toddlers. These are at least as thick as an 8-year-old girl's.
An 8-year-old. Yeah.
Yep. Not an 8-year-old man. I'm positive Dan's wrists were bigger than mine when he was 8.
I'm sure Dan's freaking ankles were as big as yours when he was born.
They probably were.
Yeah.
But if I drop my keys in like a really tight hole, it's easy for me to wedge my hand in there.
That's true.
Beefalo would never have his
No.
keys back.
Yeah.
He would have to call me. So, know what you're good
You'd
at.
have to stick something long and thin with a bent tip in there. I think he's got one of those.
It's not very long.
It's not very long. So this is what happens when we don't have much MMA to talk about,
That's it.
or millennials. We just ramble. You got anything else, Patrick?
I got
Yeah.
nothing.
Don't get anybody else sick, you douchebag.
I won't.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a good night.